Hi everybody, and welcome to part 2 of detailed server socket. I'm going to continue to write this server, and until now what we did was we created our server, we retrieved the local machine name with the get host name function, and also the local fully qualified host name and IP address, and we created our server address by this IP and port, and finally server is listening for one connection at a time. Now we have to start to write our while loop. So while true, for while true, we need to have a message. What we can write print server is listening, server is listening, and server is listening. Now we need to get the connection and client address, and we will do it by using accept function. So it's going to be like this: connection, or whatever variable you choose, connection client address equal as server dot accept. Okay, now what we are it means that our server is constantly waiting for a connection. Then we need to have data from that connection, and so we can try to use try finally blocks. If you are familiar with try exception, like you are trying to run a chunk of code, and if there is an error, the exception will ignore that error, or it will do something about that error. Try finally, it's going to try that chunk of code, but whatever happened in that code, finally it's asking to run specific code or whatever you want. I will show you now. So now try for example, let's say try print like got connection from got the connection from client address. Yes, client address. And again another while loop. While true means while we got this connection, while true, data will be connection dot receive. 64 or 104, it can be its buffer size for receive data. And here if data is true, means if there is a data coming from that connection, then print data is the data. Data. We can use also placeholder, like for example something like that, and data, but I don't see any reason. I don't know. Data and data. I think it can be a little bit faster maybe. And else if there is no data, then print there is no data, and we break the loop here. But finally what we need to do, we need to close the connection. So we created our server is sitting on this IP port and is listening, waiting constantly for connection, and when we get the connection it will print the connection address, like from where we got that connection, and the data. Oh good, data, I check here, data equal will be the connection what that connection received. We get the data with receive function, and here we can add and specify the buffer size. I don't know if 64 can be enough. I think 1024 is kind of standard, maybe. I don't know. If data is true, if there is a data, it's going to print the data, else will print there is no data, then break the loop, and finally we'll close the connection. Okay, now let's try to check it. Client address got why typo where? Oh yeah, of course, here. Yes. Alrighty. TCP server socket created. The local machine name, the fully qualified name, and the IP address, and server is listening. Now we will not find out if everything else is going to work until we write our client. So for that we need to wait, and I see you soon in next video. Thank you for watching.